Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Bruce. How you doing?
Meet Jeff. Jeff owns Jeff's Pizza in Providence, Rhode Island, and he makes just pizza. We're going to go through his shop today. He's going to give us a little bit of a tour, talk about how he makes his pizza and how he makes his business run, only serving one size pizza, no delivery, no third party, all takeout, and a little bit of dining.
That's fine. Yeah, usually.
How did you get to this spot?
So we were a food truck
Yeah.
for 3 years, looking for a brick and mortar because the food truck.
Were you doing pizza in the food truck?
Yeah, and it was super simple, just cheese, pepperoni, and margarita.
Yeah.
And it was,
I love that.
but it was still such a grind, and it was like you never know where you were going, who you're going. You know, two is always this constant like I don't know. I had a pretty big
Am I going to
trailer.
have business or not?
Yeah, sure the dough was always okay, and it really very limited refrigeration. Obviously, the dough was ambient. And
Yeah.
it's just so that sort of thing. And then it just was doing those weddings, so stressful.
Really?
Yeah, like some of these people, the most important day of their lives, and they're always,
That's true.
I was like, God, I can't screw up. What if like my dough is bad? What if I forget, what my sauce spills or something? I don't know. It's always running through my head. So I always, make sure that I wanted them to obviously be as happy as
Yeah.
possible, and I didn't want people's wedding known as the pizza guy that screwed up or so.
Did it ever happen? Did you ever screw anything up? You're lucky, right?
Thankfully.
Knock
There
on
was a
wood.
couple. Long story short, my wife grew up in East Providence.
Yeah.
This building was for sale.
What was it before?
It's an old fish market, but it's been around, I think since the 20s. It was a convenience store for a long time, then a fish market. So it's always been in the community, and this kind of area is always.
It's very residential around here.
Yeah. So pizzeria kind of saw the potential here, and we did some work to it, total kind of revamp, and just tried to, make it a nice fixture in the community. So
This is where the magic happens.
yeah. Well, we try.
The sausage is made. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we got our salad station right here. So we got
So you only do pizzas
pizza and salad. That's it.
That's great. I love that menu. I love the
Yeah.
simpleness of the menu. Not that it's simple to do.
No,
but it's not a lot of options.
Concentrate on. I have a hard enough time making sure that the pizza and salads come out perfect. Best we can.
And is
all
it two?
time.
Is it two size pizzas?
One size.
Oh, nice.
One size,
Even
14
better.
inches. Yeah, it's 14 inches at kind of
So one size dough.
one size dough. So yeah.
Like all the toppings are. You don't have to worry about two different
Yeah.
ounces. Or,
Yep. And then so a lot of people, it's big enough to where you can eat it by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, big enough to share, but small enough where people come in and eat one pie and take some leftovers. So
Yeah. I think I
it's a
did that.
good-
I came in here one time and it was.
Yeah.
I think we got 2 for 3 of us, and it was like leftovers. But
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, so a little messy, but
nah, it's all good.
Yeah.
So this is the starter,
So this is the starter. It's right
and
here.
that's from that. So that's going to be used tomorrow.
Use tomorrow. I'll check on it before I leave.
Yeah.
And
And you feed
see
it
if
like
needs-
once a day or twice a day?
Usually once a day.
Okay.
And it's getting a little ahead of me right now, so I'm throwing it in the fridge.
Yeah.
To cool down a bit. Just slow down from
And
base.
that's the dough itself. Or
That's the dough itself. So this was rolled today.
Okay.
So I'll let this go as long as I can, preferably 3 days. But some probably that's not. And this is from 2 days. So
So your dough process is make the dough today.
yeah,
You'll use that dough. Then 2 days from now,
in a perfect
hopefully.
world. Hopefully in a perfect world. Sometimes
if you're in a pinch, sometimes you'll grab it. Yeah.
So my usual day routine is I'll come in the morning.
Yep.
Check my starter. I'll make my dough. I'll make it. I'll go on this bench, ball it, let it ferment maybe for an hour, ambient, depending on temperature in here. And then I'll throw it in the fridge.
Nice.
And just let it go. Time, temperature. Nothing crazy.
Do you make all the dough yourself?
Yeah, all dough myself. I don't do anything.
Is that a control thing, or you just like to do it? Or is it like
I just like to. I like doing it. I've always liked doing it. And when people know how to do it,
Yeah.
there's always other things that people. And we have a super small shop, so
Yeah.
I come in the morning and I've always done it. Certainly, Jordan, my gym, she knows how to do it.
Yeah.
No, nothing. I mean, just like doing it.
That's all right. I interrupt this podcast to tell you about today's sponsor, Baccio Cheese. If you're looking for cheese for your pizzeria, check out Baccio Cheese. It's the pizza that I use in my pizzas that I make at home. All my friends use it in their pizzerias, and you can too. Go to bacciocheese.com/SPM. Let them know you heard about them on the Smart Pizza Marketing Podcast.
Like recipe from, just tweaking it?
Just tweaking it, just a lot of reading, research.
Where'd you go to read? Anywhere in particular?
I really like.
I know there's like a pizzamaking.com forum, kind of.
I'm throwing it off, but there's called lately I just read The Perfect Loaf by I'm
In the bookshelf over there?
Yeah, it's almost
We'll
all
get
over
it,
there.
yeah. Let's
Then
go
like
over
you know,
there.
obviously everyone's read the.
Go ahead, you can go first.
Oh, thank
Sorry,
you.
sorry, Jordan.
We're in the shop.
You're a gentleman, Bruce.
Thank you.
Usually, everyone's read like Tony
Business first.
Giamatti's.
Yeah, Tony Giamatti's Pizza Bible.
I like this. Might not have it here, but this is quite a book. We have bread and pastry, so there's a lot of good stuff in here.
Wait, where's that from? Is that from a college?
I think so. Probably.
I think I just did an interview with
Yeah.
Troy from Blue Square Pizza
Really?
last week, and I think he mentioned something like that, a book he got, which is more like a textbook than a book itself.
And I like some of these are good. I mean everything like Chad Robertson's books are great.
But that's just you learning from reading.
Yeah, that and a lot of failures and a lot of slowly, because I'm always tweaking it, so I'm kind of
You're one of those kind of
never
people.
quite happy.
Yeah, it's never complete.
There's like sometimes you feel like it's 2 steps back.
Yeah.
And 1 step forward, but you constantly.
So what do you say when, like, how do you know when you need to do something about it? Like, what's the end product that comes out that you look at and you're like, you know what, I kind of need to do something about it.
Yeah, I look at first the color. Does it have, is there browns, blacks, some of this touches of gray? Does it look well fermented? Did it rise properly? Did it? And then after that, I look at this looks pretty good. And then I check the undercarriage. If I see a lot of micro blisters and a lot of the the water evaporated, I guess that shows that there was good fermentation, and I think
It sounds like you love the process and like you're obsessed about like
Yeah.
the dough itself, which is the most fun part.
everything for
Yeah.
me, and obviously I'm always learning. I'm by no means an expert.
Yeah.
I never claim, more of definitely a student, so I'm always trying to figure out, I'm always learning.
Yeah.
But then I cut it if it sounds right and it'll look right and that holds up the way I think it would look good. And then, what I want in a pizza sometimes necessarily isn't what other people want.
Yeah.
Like what I would deem a good pizza, if it would come out Neapolitan, be exactly the opposite. My crust doesn't rise very much. It's not too floppy, hopefully. So there's always, again, like my pizza, the way I would like it, it might not be, someone might deem that a total failure. I think it depends what you're going for, I get, right?
Yep.
Pound it out here.
Use flour or semolina?
A little bit of both. So a mix. So pound it out, top it,
Yep.
comes back,
In the
cook
oven?
it, slide it here, and that goes into, if it's for takeout, we have a warmer here.
And then what does your line look like on a Friday night? How many people are working here?
One topper. I'm here, I'm pounding up the dough,
Yep.
cooking. Cashier, we have, I guess, our runner
Yep.
and a dishwasher.
So they cut the pizzas.
They
and then
cut
they
the
run it out,
pizzas and then
hand it
run
out?
it. Again, we for a long time we were doing for dine-ins. We're doing like cutlery and real silverware and this was, we have a tiny little dishwasher and
Yeah.
it just was so much to keep up with. So we switched over a while ago to just good high quality biodegradable stuff, and we were worried that people were gonna complain and that no one said anything.
I think people
mind.
are used to it with a pizza shop.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like
again,
it's not like you're a fine dining. No
Pizzeria.
offense.
So that no.
We're a pizzeria, right?
Pizzeria.
Yeah.
We're not. At the end of the day, we try and make it nice, but we're a pizzeria. That's what we want. So that really saved us a lot of effort
Yeah.
because half our time we were running around trying to just keep up that. So there's either get more people in here or cut that. So it's constantly trying to figure out, if I can if I can keep the amount of people in here to lower, obviously because it's just cramped in here too, and finding good employees is always a challenge.
Definitely.
So if I can, you know,
Whatever you can do to streamline it, make it easier.
exactly.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah. Everything it says, I just can't read. I'm afraid to take it down
Yeah.
or reach. I just forget about it. But yeah, so there's still some things that, you know, that Jeff would fire pizza. But there's still people that come in like, I can't believe you can taste the wood. And yeah, that's, you know, the oven's cooking right there. There's no
There's no wood.
No wood.
They say they can taste the wood, but there's no wood.
Yeah, and I think that's
An amoeba effect?
Don't even get me started on the coal oven. That's it's dry heat. Wet heat. I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't know. I tried to. They go something like, oh yeah, no, I totally get that. It's understanding. I don't.
Do you think anybody really knows what that means?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people are full of shit, to be honest with you. And they just say they want to look smart and they're like they know what they're talking about. But I feel like I'm pretty much like you. Like I don't know what that means either. I think you're right. Like, is the dough right? Is the sauce simple? Is it a good quality cheese? And is it cooked properly? I think those are the 3 or 4 things that need to make a really good pizza. And if you can do that, you have a good pizza. If you can't, you got Domino's.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, and that's the.
How do you advertise those on Instagram?
Instagram is definitely.
Is that Instagram your number 1 platform or the only platform you use?
Yeah, I know. You'd be mad at me. I'm not.
No.
I'm getting trying to get into social media. I'm just
It's not easy. And I don't think you need to be everywhere. I honestly don't think you need to be everywhere. I think you need to be where your customers are and like what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly. I think you know, I agree with that. I just I like
You seem like a TikTok kind of guy.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I don't. Maybe.
If you could change it.
Okay. So I would. So obviously, I'd want I'd probably have less dining room, for sure. I had to have a bigger space, and I wouldn't. When I thought about this, I always kind of thought, well, I never thought I'd be big enough that anyone would need really anyone but me, really, and one other person maybe.
It was like a solo
So
show.
I would kind of show.
Yeah.
So now what the problem is, it's we got a lot of cogs in the system. So I got sorry, Jordan, got a top back here, here. The warmer's here. So people are constantly. So if I could, we constantly think about like how like making it more.
Flow better.
Better. It's a weird, and again, just the way that where the dish tray was set up and where the back is, and it's kind of like, so there'd be things we could change. I don't, you know, I have some ideas, but again, at this point, it's kind of like, there. So I say you can think about really your way out, really think about it. I thought I did, and I didn't, you know, I always thought I'd be smaller. You know, I never thought I would get to the point where I needed.
You never thought you would outgrow it. Yeah.
Never. Like, you know, we're doing, I mean, more than I ever thought we'd ever would. So, very, very lucky there. So it's a problem I never thought I would have. But if you're thinking about it, you know, maybe it's something to consider.
All right. So last question. What one piece of advice, like someone starting out, maybe they're just looking to get into their pizza journey, or they had a trailer and they're looking to get into a brick and mortar like you did. Like, what's one piece of advice you'd give them, or something that you learned that you would change?
For me personally, I would say be patient. Don't overextend yourself. Don't rush into things if it doesn't feel 100% right, and definitely, be prepared for. It's never as good as you seem, and it's never as bad as it seems, for sure. You know, sometimes you're like, oh man, we're so busy and it's great, and the next week we're down a week, and it's not as bad as it seems. It's just so just keeping, for me, just on the financial line, cash flow, into the cash flow game, I think. So, not making, don't overextending yourself is probably the one thing. But again, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out myself. So.
That's always a good. It's always a good plan to like be open-minded though, and like know that you don't know all the answers.
Yeah, that's for sure. I definitely don't.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the SPM Show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out our podcast, and everything that we mentioned in this episode of the show will be linked in the comments below. Jeff's Instagram, my Instagram, where to check out more podcasts, and where to get your free subscription to the SPM magazine. Thank you so much. See you next time.